a friend of mine and I were talking tonight at the game store, and he made a very valid point about the 2.25 edition, or whatever people are actually calling. I mean, I bought the books primarily because they're the 50th anniversary books, and that's the only reason why I'm really buying them. And I will buy the Monsters Manual just so that I can have the core 3 sets. And then eventually along the way, I'm going to probably pick up a second edition set and the first edition set that has the eye of the being removed by the thieves in the background. I'm going to try and get a copy of that one, and then also eventually get some white box content. And even a red box, and just eventually just kind of have a collection of all the D&D core startups from each edition, even 4th edition, because I know people kind of poo-poo on 4th edition. I understand what they were trying to go for, kind of an idea of, I mean, it's like was talked about in Designers and Dragons. And I know I've shown it before, but this one here covers the 70s, and 70s to 79. And of course, that counts for Dungeons and Dragons, the initial OG of the books. And the thing is that 4th edition was trying to make the game more approachable to a degree, to make it more because one of the complaints that has always existed is you can be an amazing fighter at first level, and you can actually do some damage and make changes in the world of the game and progress forward as the fighter. But by the time you reach about level 10, then at that point the wizard, who was weak at the beginning, now begins to surpass you because the wizard can do more. And then by the time you hit level 20, the wizard is way overpowered compared to the fighter, who has only had a limited amount of, that's been a complaint all along. And I understand what they were going for with 4th edition. But with 5th edition, they resolved a lot of the problems, and I didn't mind picking up the books. I've been picking them up since 2016 and got all 3 of the core books again. It goes right there on the shelf with my 3rd edition stuff. It's kind of funny. I have 1, 3, and 5. So I have 3 editions of complete, and then I'm working on the 2.25. Now, I've heard that 3.5 was also the preferred edition of 3, but my 3rd edition stuff still actually has the original CD-ROM for the character creator program in the back. So, hey, kind of cool stuff. Unfortunately, it took some water damage probably during the fire that it got saved from, but it took some water damage. But one thing I do have to say about these new books is that kobolds at first level, if they have the same stats as a giant dude at the first level, they got the same stats. They're exactly the same.